When should I plan my next week out? What is the best day to plan the week out? How much time do I need to plan my week so it doesn't eat up all my free time?
Welcome to this week's plan, where we help you transform possibility into reality. We help you accomplish the right things each week so you can enjoy a more balanced life, both personally and professionally. Join in as we share real-world, battle-tested strategies and techniques to help you center your focus, accelerate your results, and improve your momentum to avoid being overwhelmed. This isn't just about making it through the week. It's about fitting in all the right things. Now here's the host of this week's plan, Shane Fielder.
Welcome back to this episode of This Week's Plan. We are in season 1 where we're helping you fit in all the right things into your week so that you can accomplish more of the right things. It makes no sense to accomplish more of the wrong things or more of other people's things. I want you to accomplish more of your right things. Now, in episode 3, we covered how do you plan your week efficiently. It's an awesome episode. We've had some great feedback so far from our dojo members, and I want to make sure you go back and capture that episode. But if you missed it, there's 3 key ingredients that I shared with you that will help you make sure that if you check off those 3 things, get them included in your weekly planning process, it will create a very efficient process. It'll be very effective. It's dynamic. It's inclusive. So you want to get that, and you can go back to samuraiinnovation.com/podcast, or you can go into thisweeksplan.com, and both of those will lead you to the same place. Check out season 1, episode 3. What is the best time to plan your week? When is it? What day? All those kinds of things. That's what we got for you today. Now, the answer is it largely depends on you. It depends on your preferences. It depends on your style. Are you a traditional Monday to Friday worker? Great. Or do you have a different working schedule? Are you a 4 on, 4 off? Are you in the medical profession? Are you in the hospitals and you're working different crazy schedules? Great, we've got you covered. So this will happen and it'll largely depend on you. Today's episode, I want to lay out 4 options. Yeah, 4 options. It's awesome. I'm going to tell you all about each option, and then I'm going to tell you which one I like the most, which is my favorite, and which one I least like. And there's one that I just don't do anymore. I almost detest it. So it gives me a lot of anxiety when I think about that one. So I'll let you know later in the episode which one that is. Okay, the first one that we have to consider is the end of the week or the Friday. Friday afternoon, Friday evening, end of the week. Why do you want to do it? It's fresh in your mind. The week is fresh. It's fresh off the press. You've been through it. You're happy that it's done. But now is the time to lock in the learning. Now is the time to extract what went really well, what didn't, what needs to happen differently or better next week. And so now's the time to extract that. The bonus to this is when you do this correctly and you close down your computer or you walk away from your planning calendar device, whatever you're using, you get to enter into your weekend or your free time off with your brain feeling comfortable. Your brain feels satisfied that there's a solid plan to the start of next week. That is really important. There's also part 2 of that is it gives your brain time for creative problem solving. Your brain has time to say, okay, I know what this week happened. I know all the things that we accomplished. I know some of the misses. I know some of the missteps. That's okay. We've got that accounted for. We have a solid plan for next week. And you know that there's 1 or 2 challenges out there that exist. Your brain has time to go to work on it. And guess what happens when you use this method? You'll get interrupted in a positive way sometime during your weekend or your free time off. And your brain will say, try this next week. And you'll say, yes, that's awesome. I want to try that. So that's the first tip. The second part is Saturday, your first day off. Plan on a Saturday, your first day off. This works brilliantly with a lot of my executive clients that have young children. And they've got the Saturday program, and the Saturday program is get up, have something to eat, and then rush out the door and go play some sports or go to the park. Usually there's a very family-heavy Saturday routine in place. And so for a lot of my executive clients, this is the day where you get up. And so let me back up. For a lot of them, the Friday option isn't as good because they've got to get home for the weekend program, right? They want to get home with their family. They want to have dinner or date night or whatever's happening. So there is a big push and a pull on a Friday to get out of the office a few minutes earlier and start that weekend a few minutes earlier. And so if that's you, then the Saturday morning can work really great for you. For a lot of my clients that are in this position, I encourage them to get up before the kids are up. you can do that. You can get up an hour or two early. You probably already get up at 5 to 8 o'clock in the morning sometime during the week anyway, so you're conditioned and programmed. Just run that program on the Saturday. Get up at 6, 7 a.m., get your programming done, get your weekly plan done, and then get on to the rest of the day. Now, the great thing about it is because your brain also can say, I have my plan done, and now I can go start the Saturday program with the family. Now I can go take care of my interests and passions and hobbies on the rest of Saturday, the rest of Sunday, and you also get to take advantage of that brain creative problem solving time where in the background you're giving your brain those tasks and those objectives and those priorities to mull through and think over. It's a very powerful thing. So take advantage of that. The third one is the Sunday or your last day off. A lot of people traditionally say this is great because I've had my Friday night or my Saturday off and some of my Sunday, and now I want to get the week ready. And that's great. I encourage you to look at this in 3 considerations. Consideration number 1 is if this works for you, do it in the morning like you would on the Saturday. Get up before the family, spend an hour, hour and a half, whatever is going to work for you, uninterrupted, lock it in, get it done, and then enjoy the rest of your Sunday off. And you'll start the Monday morning or the first day back of the week in a powerful position. It also gives you that confidence that the rest of the week is set up and you can enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Sunday afternoons. Some people say that Sunday afternoon works good because usually the kids take a nap or, everybody cycles down and does their own thing for a few hours on Sunday afternoon. And then we have a Sunday night dinner. That can be a winning formula as well. The one that you really want to consider is the Sunday night. And I will tell you, if you do the Sunday night, be prepared for the Sunday night sweats. What's the Sunday night sweats, Shane? It is born from many years of me doing that myself and going in and you're planning out your week. And guess what? Invariably, when you are planning out your week, you're also planning out how can I win and how can I minimize losing? How can I minimize the risk? How can I make, things that are tough easier or smoother? That creates a lot of adrenaline in your brain. And for a lot of my clients who've tried this, they say it's just horrible. I have trouble falling asleep. I don't get a good night's sleep on Sunday night. And do you want to go into your week not optimized? Do you want to go into your week with a less than good sleep on Sunday night going into Monday? Do you want to go to bed with the Sunday night sweats and all the anxieties and things that you're thinking about your week on your mind? And you could be super excited too. You might be involved in some really exciting projects right now and you're saying, Shane, my life isn't all doom and gloom. It's great. And I'm excited and I can't wait to get started Monday morning. Well, you don't need that anxiety on Sunday night ramping you up when you're trying to get a good night's sleep. So those are the 3 there. The 4th one is Monday mornings or your first day back at work. So the main big awesome thing about this is that you knock off Friday or your last day, you go plow right into your weekend, you enjoy that weekend, you thoroughly love it, you ravish it, and guess what? Now you jump into Monday morning and you spend that first period of Monday morning and you consume the Monday morning warm-up time by planning. And then once you figure out what the week is like, you then, guess what? You just jump into action. And so for a lot of people, they do have a warm-up period on Monday mornings where they jump in and they make coffee and they walk around the office and talk to people or, they read some articles and things like that. And then they ease into their weekly planning routine. And a lot of people don't have a routine, so they're not going to be as powerful as you are. But if you choose the Monday morning, then I say, go for it, do this, because the benefit to you is that you've used that quote warm-up time on Monday mornings to actually get your planning done. And then you just flip over. So if you spent from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. in your planning time, well, 10:01, you're flipping into your first action item. And you're excited and everything's great. The downside to this form is that your week from last week can be a little far away from you. And so while last week on a Friday is fresh off the press, it's hot, it's ready to go, you got everything baked off, it might be a little cooled off and you might have lost a few of the details. You might feel a little less sensitive about certain things. You might feel a little less sense of urgency on certain things. So really, this is the kind of the downside to this one. I want to remind you right now that this week's plan is brought to you by our No Fail Planning Methods course. This is a special course that I put together for our dojo members, and we retail this course, but I'm happy to purchase it for you as our gift to you for being a part of this week's plan. There's 8 no fail planning methods, and I know that one of those methods you're going to jump in the air and say, this is for me, I need this. Why have I never thought about it? It seems so simple, and you're going to be energized. And so I'm excited to gift that to you as our gift to you. It'll be a perfect compendium to the work that we're doing here in this week's plan. So go to nofailplans.com and you will find all the information there. Just drop in your contact information and we'll give you a discount that'll discount the course 100%. Can't get any better than that, but I look forward to help and support you further there. Which one of these 4 planning days are my favorite? Well, I'll tell you, it's the Friday afternoon. And the reason why Friday afternoon is because the week is just concluded. It's fresh in my mind. And there's a couple good reasons. Now, I like to take 1 to 2 hours on my last day of work. Now, for me personally, I actually do coach people on Saturdays. So Saturday typically is my last day of work. So I will usually spend some Saturday afternoons doing this, and I'll take an hour or two and I'll go through the week as I've been laying out for you. And it's great. The other thing is that I like to do a deep dive once to twice a month where I extend that planning session into about a 2 to 4 hour period, where I'm going through and planning out this next week. I'm looking a couple weeks out, and it also gives me a chance to clear off and organize some stuff, whether it's email inbox or physical files. And I just get some general decluttering and organization happening in that time frame as it's all related. I make sure my analog and digital devices are all synced up, and it's a really great add-on to do. And generally, on Fridays or your last day, there's generally less distractions because guess what? All the low performing people, and I don't mean that in a condescending way, I'm just meaning the people that aren't as dialed in as you are, you're here because you're a dialed in high performer, high achiever. Those folks are on to their weekends, and bless their hearts, that's great. And it's great because they give you a period of time that you can actually get some stuff done. And no distractions, low distractions, you get that done, you lock in the plan, and everything's ready for your first day back or your Monday morning. My least favorite are 2. First one is Sunday evenings. I don't like the Sunday night sweats. I don't like ramping myself up to try and get excited or not excited about what's to come in the week. So I prefer to give myself Sunday nights off where I can enjoy a Sunday night off and I can have family time, friend time, book time, reading time, whatever. And I can have that and I can ease into my week knowing that I have a plan set. My second least favorite would be the Monday mornings because I've tried that in the past. And while there are the advantages that I laid out for you, that might work really well for you. It didn't work very well for me. So I typically try not to use that. It's almost my de facto emergency almost. If I got really busy and I didn't do any weekly planning and now it's my first day back, I will implement that as kind of a last resort or a backup. So I want to encourage you to try a social experiment. It's going to last 4 weeks. And what I want you to do is take each one of these, and you can do it 2 ways. Take each planning day, try one out. So start this week on the Friday, then the next ones are Saturday, then the Sunday, and then do the Monday. And then evaluate at the end of that, which one felt better, which one worked better for you. Send me an email to shane@samuraiinnovation.com and tell me, yeah, Shane, this one worked really good and I liked it. And oh, I tried that one out. It didn't work very good for me for these reasons. And that's awesome. Or the second social experiment is pick just one of them and do it for 4 weeks consistently, because there's a thing called the consistency stride, and that's an important thing for you to get into. So I want to encourage you to try that out. Don't just wing it, commit to it, and see greater results for yourself. All right, it's the activation time in the episode. Which social experiment will work best for you? You're not going to know until you try it out. Do you have those 3 planning blocks in your plan? And if not, go back to season 1, episode 3 for more details. I'll flesh that out for you. But in brief, it's the cleanup, it's the weekly review, and then it's the prioritize and prioritize and forecast. I'm so excited I lost my words. So what is your time budget? That's the big one for this week. Is you've picked a day that's going to work for you. Now pick 30, 60, or 90 minutes. Commit to that time. Set a timer on your phone, go through it, and when the phone goes beep, 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 you will know if there's a lot outstanding. And then you'll know next week, add on another 15 or 20 minutes. And that's how you will know what amount of time is right for me to plan my week. All right, make sure you send me your questions so you can be part of the show. All you have to do is go to thisweeksplan.com. And on that page, we have a nice little black box and it says, give us your question, become part of the show. And your questions will help make our show better for future episodes. Today, I want to handle Debbie's question. Debbie is from Dallas. She's been a long-time dojo member, and I love her to pieces. So she sent in a question a long while back, and it said, my biggest issue is how to use technology to help me better utilize my time. I sometimes feel like technology eats my lunch every week. Well, that's a great question, Debbie. And so, number one, I want to encourage you to make sure that your analog and your digital devices are always together when you're planning out your day. This could be daily planning, weekly planning, monthly planning, quarterly planning. Make sure that all the information that you touch is in the same place. My next answer is clocks and calendars. We live our lives in clocks and calendars. There's no other place that we exist. The clock has 24 hours a day. The calendar has a set number of days per month, per year, and those are the two places that you have to work within. And so what really trips up a lot of people is when they start thinking that they can get 30 hours of work done in 24 hours. It doesn't work that way. And so that's where a lot of my clients come to me and say, man, there's more week left at the end of the week than time, and I have lots left undone. Well, that's ambition, and that's something we're going to address later in the season or even into season 2. And there's always the ambition factor, but right now, just make sure your digital and analog devices are there. And then when you're thinking about deep work time, quality work time, make sure it goes into the clock and the calendar. And that will help you take down the technology effect on you so that regardless whether you're in paper calendar, digital calendar, you're getting back to how much time are these tasks going to be? And you're going to negotiate with others what you're capable of. And that would be my biggest tip for you and my best answer for you this week on this topic. So thank you, Debbie, for sending that question in. I look forward to the next episode with you. And remember, season 1 is all about the fundamentals of weekly planning, giving you some core practices and techniques that you can implement. And it's all about fitting in the right things into your week. Okay. I look forward to seeing you next session. Forge ahead this week with confidence to pick that social experiment, pick which way you're going to do it. Do it, try it for the next 4 weeks, and I look forward to your email back with your story and your feedback. Domo arigato.
We appreciate you joining in this episode of This Week's Plan. For more complimentary resources and strategies to help you develop greater work-life harmony, head to samuraiinnovation.com/podcast and become a dojo member when you claim your free resource that's waiting for you. You'll also find more techniques that will leverage your potential and grow your business exclusively at samuraiinnovation.com. We look forward to helping you fit in all the right things on the next episode of This Week's Plan.